Gentleman.
Hey guys, good morning. So I am back with you this morning, study session 1 of the day. So yesterday I didn't feel like I did too well on the exam. One thing about the CPA exam is that they give you so much information to study. So we have about 1,700 multiple choice questions, 100 simulations, and then you get to test day. On test day, you only have 75 multiple choice questions and about 8 simulations. So it's like you're studying all of this information, and then you get to test day, and nothing of what you studied is actually there. And that's pretty much how I felt yesterday. So I don't know if I passed. I'll get scores on February 5th. Keep that date in mind because I'll come back to you and let you know how I did. But scores come back February the 5th, and I'm not confident that I passed. I pray that I passed, but I'm not confident that I passed only because I concentrated on some areas which were my weak areas from the last time I tested. So I really concentrated on those areas, and none of what I studied was on the test. I spent hours and hours. I'd say probably about, I can tell on my dashboard here, I use Surgent actually to study. If you guys can see that, that's my Surgent study screen. So I spent probably about 200, maybe even more, probably about 200 hours studying. But the last 2 or 3 weeks of my studying, I really concentrated on the areas that I knew I was weak in last time. And unfortunately, none of that was actually tested. And the areas that I didn't spend a lot of time on, I'm pretty sure that's all that was tested. But with this journey, as everybody knows, it is definitely a journey. Like, it is not something that's done. I mean, people have done it in, let's say, the 6 month, pass the CPA exam in 6 months. And my goal is 18 months because I think 18 months is a good average of studying and testing. Is 4 parts. So I think if you can pass in 18 months, that's a great, especially for me because I have 4 kids, I have a husband, I have a business with 4 employees. So I think if I can pass all 4 parts in 18 months, then I'm great. And I'm right now just 1 year in. So, well, I was very disappointed yesterday after I left the test. I literally wanted to cry several times during the test, all day long. Hated it. However, you have to regroup. Like, you can't even sulk in it. You can't even exhaust the time and energy worrying about it. You can do nothing but move on. So this morning I am going to start on regulation, which is tax. And I took that one, I think, back in July, and I only missed it by 1 point. So you need a 75 to pass. I made a 74. So I've made my study plan, and I'm going to go grab it for you guys. Okay, so I can't find it. I have no idea what I did with it. I may have left it in the car yesterday. But either way, I make a calendar. So I got a blank calendar, and I actually go through and put what I'm going to study each day. And I do 2 sessions. So this is my morning session. I tried to be up at 5, but my husband was trying to get some. So now I'm 6:47. So he made me late this morning. So I usually try to get up at 5, study for a 3-hour morning session, which is 5 to 8. And then I start working. The good thing is I work from home, so I don't have a commute time and I don't have to deal with all that. I literally just switch over and start working. So now I'm a little behind, but no matter what, it's 3 hours. And the good thing is, again, I work for myself. So I can take those 3 hours anytime I want. So I'm gonna start now. It is about 6:48 a.m. So I'll start studying. I'm gonna study until about 9. And then I'll start working my regular work day. I got a couple conference calls this morning. You know, of course, it's year end, so everybody's books needs to be closed and all that rigmarole. Tax season is coming. By the way, side note, all accountants don't like taxes. I hate taxes. Now, will I do your taxes? Absolutely, I will, because that's money. However, all accountants don't really, like, I'm not a tax girl. Like, I'll do them. I do my family's taxes. I have probably about 100 or so tax clients that I've had for years. but I don't really specialize in taxes. My specialty is actually management accounting, because I like to go in and make sure that the business owners know how to run their company and how to effectively read their financials. So I am going to start my study session now. I'll study for 3 hours until about 9 a.m. Got 2 conference calls, and then I actually have a evening or late afternoon study session. So usually I try to start working about 4 or 5, and then I get 3 hours in the evening. So I try to study about 6 times a day. And although it's 6:49, I hear Jackie, she's up. Oh my God. So now she's gonna deter my study session. I hear her crying. Maybe her dad will get her. Okay guys, so I'm gonna stop the camera, I'm gonna start studying, and I'll come back to you this evening with my second study session.